In this week's blue light frequency, I'm going to be talking about the expansive and activating qualities of blue plasma. See, blue plasma, it is, there is a light. I mean, there's the blue light that's coming through. There's this blue light that can come through with sharp laser focus. There can be this blue light that comes through in this blue radiance, like a blue sparkler. There's this blue light that can come in like little gentle sparkles of blue rain type drops. But in this frequency forecast, the reason why I'm going to be talking about blue plasma is because it is slowly starting to build right now at this time. This building is going to continue on into 2025. So I'd like to share with you my thoughts in a little bit more maybe clinical way. After all, I am a registered nurse. I like to think quite clinically. And I'll talk a little bit more about and see if I can make it a little understandable and relatable. So welcome to my channel. I am Nancy Rebecca. I normally do these frequency talks on live talks on Thursdays, but you're listening to this on a Thursday where I am actually traveling back east with my sister on a little trip to see my gorgeous nephews who are at university. So one is in Vermont at Middlebury. So if anybody's in that area, you're familiar with Middlebury, that's where I'm going to be. And then I'm going to be visiting my other nephew in Massachusetts at Williamstown, I think is that university. But in between, my sister's going to take me to New York City. I have never been there. It's on my bucket list. So I'll be traveling with my sister, brother-in-law, and Yvonne to New York. So I'm super excited about that as well. But the blue light just keeps keeping on, right? And so I'm really excited. I made a list. Can you see my list of notes about the blue plasma? So let's go ahead and jump in and talk about it. So what is blue plasma? So plasma, it's a transportation solution of cosmic galactic properties. All right, shall I say that again? It's a transportation solution of cosmic galactic properties. So what does that mean exactly? That means that, and it's not wet. It's not a wet solution, but it's thicker. It's thicker like plasma. Plasma, it carries blood cells along the arteries and veins. But this particular cosmic galactic type plasma that has these properties in it, it's more like a light. It's like a movement of light. I wish I could remember the movie. I don't know if it was in The Matrix or what movie it was in, but it was like this is just this blue form that would just move, and then maybe it would move up and it could shift and what do they call it? Shape shift into different shapes. Well, this is exactly what blue plasma does. Depending on your thought, you can shape this blue plasma that in turn helps activate what it is that you desire and wish to have activated in your life. If it is something that is not in alignment with truth, you've been hearing me talk about truth, it's just not even going to rise. It's just not going to rise to the occasion. If it's anything that you're thinking that's negative or has intentions to hurt or harm someone else or hurt or harm yourself, it's just not going to respond. It's going to respond to anything that is a pure consciousness that you're going to tap in that pure conscious way. So like I teach intuitive and psychic development, and I also teach students who wish to maybe develop a career as a psychic reader, a professional psychic, a spiritual consultant, spiritual guide here on Earth. And what they're learning right now in the middle of this year is that they're learning when are they coming from that pure light of their soul and bringing through that spiritual information when you as a client might ask a question. And then when are they coming from their head? When are they giving a head answer? A head answer that's based on their own personal tainted life experiences to share with you. And so it's important if you're going to go see a psychic reader healer that's going to give you spiritual insight, right? It's going to be important for you that they are clean and clear from that spiritual perspective. All right. So when you're talking about this consciousness of blue plasma, when you are tapped into that pure consciousness of your higher soul and the higher soul creator of the universe, it's going to rise and be shaped like that. That's why I hadn't even intended to go this direction, but this is what's coming through. So that's why if you go to a psychic reader who gives you just information off the top of their head, or maybe they're a little distracted about what's going on in their life, you might have a little bit of movement, but when you can work with a spiritual consultant, coach, psychic reader who's really tapped into their spirit, wow, that way that blue photonic light rises to meet you is going to pick you up like an enormous ocean wave and move you in grander ways. So that's why maybe I should make a video about that. It's really important for you to consult with someone who's been doing their own work and is spiritually tapped in. All right, let me get down to the nursey side of explaining a little bit more about plasma. So let's say, for example, vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin. It is best absorbed by the body when it's in the presence of dietary fat. So let's say milk that has a lot of vitamin D. Well, if you do skim milk, non-fat milk, it needs that fat to carry it to your body so your body can absorb it. So think about milk like a plasma. Vitamin B12 is best absorbed in the presence of niacin, magnesium, and other vitamin Bs. So we're talking about this vitamin B12. It's really essential to feel motivated, feel alive, feel like you have a purpose, feel like you're excited to jump out of bed in the morning and go do something fun. That's that vitamin B12. But it's just going to kind of sit there in the system without the carriers of niacin and magnesium and other vitamin Bs. Plasma in your veins, in your arteries, carries blood cells and is often referred to, I love this, the fourth state of matter. I loved it. I looked this up. My mind didn't come up with something that brilliant. So referred to as the fourth state of matter. So meaning you have solid, liquid, and gas. When liquids boil, they change into gas, right? We know this. When you boil water, there's steam. When liquid boils a gas, it changes into gas when energy is added. Heating a gas forms plasma, all right? So a soup of positive charged particles, ions, and negatively charged particles of electrons. This is what this plasma is. It's this balance of positive and negative. It moves, right? It moves things. So how does cosmic plasma impact the human body? Well, plasma helps your body, just normal plasma in the blood. So what you might not know, I'm a retired registered nurse. And I worked in the open heart recovery unit. So that means when you or your loved ones went to have major heart surgery in the hospital, once you are out of the operation is finishing up. As a nurse, I would get the call, all right, Nancy, we're about ready to close up their chest and we're about ready to come up the elevator. Is the room ready? I would say yes. And we would make sure the room was ready for the ventilator and this big, huge bed and about 12 surgical team members to help get you settled, as well as 3 or 4 or 5 ICU nurses. We all get you settled. You're sound asleep during this time. And then I would start watching your vital signs, your blood pressures, making sure your oxygen levels are good so that you can kind of remain quiet as everything in your body starts to heal. Well, sometimes you may not need extra blood, but you may need plasma. And plasma looks very straw colored or kind of amber. It's quite a beautiful color. So let me talk about what pure plasma in your own body, how it supports you. It helps your body to recover from injury, distributes nutrients, removes waste, prevents infections while moving, like kind of slipping and sliding through your circulatory system. So it's very, very important, all right, to your health. So then cosmic plasma has similar qualities. It repairs your human energy field, and it prepares your human energy field for its ability to experience higher frequencies, hopefully minimizing ascension symptoms. Now, plasma carries normal blood body plasma, carries red and white blood cells, which the red cells carry oxygen to wherever it's needed in the body. So right now, just sit and just take in that deep breath. And as you do, those little oxygen molecules pass through the membrane of the lungs. They get picked up by the red blood cells. The red blood cells have this little backpack of oxygen. It's going to travel wherever it needs to bring oxygen to your body. This is why, like weightlifters, like they'll do a set of 10 reps or 3 reps, and then they're going to take a moment for that blood to kind of fill up the muscles and bring more oxygen to the muscles. They're going to give that a minute to absorb, and then they're going to do like 3 more reps. That's why you kind of cycle through that. Or as a runner, so I might run really fast and I feel like I'm kind of depleting my oxygen a little bit, and then I'm going to slow down at a very slow jog while I resupply, and then run really fast again. So this happens. All right, so the red blood cells carry oxygen. The white blood cells help your body to fight infection and diseases. Okay, so this is how plasma carries some really vital information to the body. Cosmic plasma carries light codes of knowledge, wisdom, activating your DNA to be able to link up with the higher knowledge in the universe with the greatest of ease. Now, who wouldn't want that? Who doesn't need that? And I'm just going to offer a little enlightening suggestion here. Guess what? You don't have to believe that blue plasma in the universe exists for you to be able to benefit from it. That would be like saying you don't believe that there's plasma in your circulatory system carrying oxygen and white blood cells. You can deny it, you can be a skeptic about it, but it's still going to carry those red and white blood cells. So it's the same with this kind of universal energy. I don't know, what do you want to call it? Quantum soup, whatever you want to call it. It exists. It's real for those who have the eyes to see it, period. So you've heard me say, it doesn't matter. You could be the biggest non-believer, you could be the most negative, you could be the most critical, you could be the most hateful, you could be the most violent, or you could be the most expansive, enlightened being on the face of the planet. And when it starts raining these blue light codes, everybody gets wet. So you don't have to worry about if someone's going to get it or not. All right, let me go back off my soapbox. Let me read that line again. Cosmic plasma carries light codes of knowledge, wisdom, activating your DNA to be able to link up with the higher knowledge that's coming through at this time with the greatest of ease. Basically, you're being upgraded. This upgrade, if I can put it that way, is a supportive energy that supports the transition through multidimensional experiences. In some ways, like shifting the transmission in your car needs transmission fluid, right? So you don't even have to know anything about cars to know if your transmission breaks and you look under the car and there's all this transmission fluid, you know there's a problem. So plasma's kind of like that. It's like that transmission fluid that helps you to shift gears in life, shift into changes, accelerate the changes, like you're accelerating the gears in the car to go at higher speeds, or downshifting when the going gets a little bit rough. This is what the cosmic plasma does for us, but it's invisible. It can be unknowable. You can't taste it. You can't smell it. It might, and it's such a high frequency, you may not even be able to feel it unless you are extra sensitive. And I am going to do a little guided meditation at the end here so that you can experience this blue plasma. So you always have a full choice to choose another frequency. Let me just see. I think paper stuck to another paper. Okay. So you always have a full choice to choose another frequency. You can choose the plasma frequency. It can be a really dark blue. It can be kind of this medium blue that I have. It can be midnight blue, lapis blue, cobalt blue. It can be turquoise blue. It can be a lot of different blues, aquamarine blue, but it's still the quality of it, the plasma quality is just a little bit thicker than just pure radiant cosmic light. Okay, so let's go ahead and prepare to meditate. We're going to have a meditation right now on the blue light, plasma. Now, I do want to share with you that I'm going to guide you every step of the way through this meditation. And I just want to let you know that even if you've never done a guided meditation or any kind of meditation before, you do belong here. You are here because your spirit has called you to be here. And if it's not so convenient for you to quietly slip away and close your eyes and go within, then just come back and revisit this when you have the time. And you can listen to this as often as you want, but I do highly recommend in this blue plasma meditation that you do allow yourself to experience and repeat this meditation, because as I said, this blue plasma influence of consciousness is going to continue over the next several years, but it's really going to start to build here in October and November. So, all right, go ahead and close your eyes. And hopefully you can tune in to feel your spirit's excitement, your body's excitement. And if you're feeling a little bit of fear, it may actually be excitement, but you're used to interpreting it as fear. So just let that enthusiastic voice override your fearful voice, and let your body know that you're going to be infusing your human energy field with plasma, and that it's going to be a very healing quality for your body. In deep and light ways. Go ahead now and greet your higher soul self. So everyone's a spirit. Every human being on the face of the planet has a soul. Every human being on the planet does have a soul. So talk to your soul. Send a little quiet message and just say, all right, could you please help me to have an experience with this blue plasma? Help me to imagine, use my imagination to feel and hear and see and know that this blue cosmic plasmic frequency is flowing through my energy field. Help me to know this, even in the slightest, subtlest ways. Now, I always highly recommend that you start off grounding using that invisible strong force of energy that's going to help stabilize you, your physical body, your emotions, your mental, stabilize your mental abilities, stabilize your spiritual energy field in a way that's going to connect to the center of the earth. So let yourself imagine an image, which most people use what comes pretty naturally, which is a tree with deep roots. It is fall right now where I am, and the colors of the trees, you may wish to imagine the fall colors, or I'll be going back east, so the oranges and the reds and the yellows of the leaves. Maybe I would ground with falling leaves. How about mystical beings? Allow yourself to ground with unicorns or Pegasus, dragons, fairies, little people, wizards. Or maybe you would like to ground using star energy, moon energies, sun energies. So any type of imagery that you want to work with, Spirit just loves it. If you just let yourself be expressive and playful and imagine whatever your heart's desire is as a grounding force. And then allow that grounding force to pass through the seat of the chair, or if you're laying in bed or sitting on the floor, let it pass through the foundation, through the earth's crust, and allow gravity to pull it. Just gently pull your grounding image deeper and deeper and deeper until you're at the center of the earth. And then create and imagine another image that's going to really help wrap around that magnetic core, and then make it stronger or lighter. Adjust it stronger and stronger and stronger, or lighter and lighter and lighter, until it's just right. It feels comfortable for you. Set your intention that if you're holding any stuck memories, any outdated belief systems, old human behavior patterns that just don't fit in this current time of change, maybe anybody else's energy that you may feel may be blocking you from your own light. Right now, set your intention to drain all of it. You don't even have to think about it. You just say, I'm just going to drain. If it's not for my highest good, it's out of here. Just let it drain right down that grounding image so that it can go to the center of the earth and be recycled back into a very high productive, usable energy. Just dump it. And sometimes if it feels like there's a lot there, I'll imagine garbage bags where I'm just filling garbage bags and dropping it down my grounding. Whatever you want or can imagine, just play with it. Great job, everyone. You're doing a fantastic job just letting things go. Remind yourself of what is today's date. Bring yourself fully into this present moment. Meaning, if any of your energies in the past or the future, just call all of your soul's essence to be fully in this present moment with you, and remind yourself of how old you are, because sometimes you can be stuck at the age of 13 and now you're 52. You don't want to waste all those years of wisdom. Remind yourself of your current age. You deserve all that wisdom you've learned. Wow, that's some good shifts, draining down your grounding now. All right, are you ready to experience the blue cosmic plasma frequency? Set your intention that this cosmic plasma is going to flow right into the room where you are. If you're sitting outside in nature, just let it flow in and around where you are in nature, or maybe you're in your car, or maybe you're in the conference room at work. Go ahead and bring in that blue cosmic plasma. And then intend when you're ready, it's going to flow through the top of your head, through the top of your aura. For those of you who are familiar with the chakra system, you can let it just roll back and forth through the energy centers. If you're not familiar with the energy field or chakras, don't worry, this plasma is smart. It knows what to do. It knows where to go without your influence at all. You just allow it to just soak in, flow into, and start to saturate your entire physical body on down to the bones and the nervous system and the muscles and the skin and connective tissue and that layer of fat. And did I say the nervous system and the lymphatic system and the circulatory system? Into the kidneys and the bladders and the liver and the gallbladder and spleen. Into your gonads, into your intestines, stomach, all the bones and the joints. Just let it soak in while remembering that cosmic plasma repairs your human energy field and prepares your human energy field and enhances its ability to experience the higher frequencies that will be coming in at this time. And as it repairs, dissolves anything that gets in the way of you expanding during this great time of change. It is the intention that it will also minimize any physical ascension symptoms. I think I forgot to mention the brain and the ears, eyes, nose, mouth, voice box. It is a beautiful elixir of high quality consciousness. And then allow it, invite it to flow down your arms and your legs, down your back, your spine, out the bottom of your feet, and just allow that plasma, cosmic plasma flow to go right down your grounding. And let's just send a little of it down to Mother Earth. And then just one more reminder that cosmic plasma carries light codes of knowledge. It carries high levels of wisdom. It activates your DNA, your genetic system, to be able to link up with the higher knowledge levels that are coming through from the cosmos with great ease. Offer some gratitude to your body and its willingness to heal, gratitude to your spirit, gratitude to your higher source of, supreme source of wisdom, Mother Earth, your guides and angels, and each other, because we are always stronger together than we have ever been apart. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes and let yourself just stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch your body. And I would love to have you write in the comments section what what have you learned about this blue cosmic plasma? And what was it like when you experienced this plasmic frequency? And do you think that you would like to bring more of it into your life? Do you have a sense that it just might assist you during these high, rapid fire frequency shifts of our time? So, in the links, you are going to find a link for the blue light of truth meditation. And then there's going to be another intuitive style questionnaire link. And because October and November are going to be a very potent time of blue shifts and light codes, I am in the process of creating an event that you may wish to choose to participate in. So that will be up and available to you very soon. So thank you all so much for tuning in to the Cosmic Blue Plasma. I hope that you were able to learn a little bit more about what it is, understand it a bit more, so that it doesn't just sound so out there and foreign, because it is a new part of our reality. All right, everyone, take care, and I will see you on the next learning video.